This video will focus on dividing fractions. Let's say we have the fraction a over b divided by c over d. What do you think we'll have to do to divide these two fractions? To divide a fraction, we must find the reciprocal of whatever fraction we're dividing it by. So what I mean is that we need to find the reciprocal of c over d. Reciprocal of c over d. And to find the reciprocal, we just swap the numerator and the denominator around. So the reciprocal of d is d over c. And we times the reciprocal. So we change the divide sign into a multiplication sign. So that is equal to a over b times d over c. And as we learned in our previous video, we just times it horizontally, so it's AD over BC. Good. So that's all you need to know for dividing fractions. Now let's try a few examples. Example 1. Let's say we have 2 over 3 divided by 4 over 7. We times 2 over 3 by the reciprocal of 4 over 7. The reciprocal of 4 over 7 is 7 over 4. Now we times it. 2 times 7 is 14. 3 times 4 is 12. Always check if you can simplify the fraction. In this case, the common factor is 2, so we divide by 2. So we're left with 7 over 6. That's the answer to our first question. Example 2. Let's say we have 7 over 8 divided by 3 over 7. Okay. Have a go at this one. Pause the video and have a go. Okay, so to solve this, we need to multiply 7 over 8 by the reciprocal of 3 over 7, which is 7 over 3. That is equal to 49 over 24. Now, that can't be simplified because there are no common factors, so that is our answer. Okay, let's try another one. This one will be a little bit trickier. You will need to know how to divide and multiply fractions for this one. It will be 3 over 7 times 4 over 5 divided by 9 over 14. Have a go at this one. So for the multiplication, we just times it horizontally. So 3 times 4 is 12 over 35. That's divided by 9 over 14. Okay. So we times 12 over 35 by the reciprocal of 9 over 14, which is 14 over 9. We can cross cancel. So we divide 12 by 3, which is 4, and we divide 9 by 3, which is 3. So we get 4 times 14 over 35 times 3. 35 times 3 is 105. 4 times 14 is 56, and we can't simplify that, so that is our answer. Easy. Okay, now we'll work with some variables and equations. So let's say we have a over 4 times 4 over 7 divided by 3 over 7 equals 8. Now let's solve for a. Now to solve for a, you need to isolate a on one of the sides. Let's choose the left-hand side to isolate a. So first, we can solve this a lot of ways, but we'll times 4 over 7 to a over 4. That's a. So 4 times a is 4a. 4 times 7 is 28, and that's divided by 3 over 7 equals 8. We times 4a over 28 by the reciprocal of 3 over 7. So 4a over 28 times 7 over 3 equals 8. Times it, 28a. Now watch here. So it's 4a times 7 is 28. In the denominator we have 28 times 3. So since this is a multiplication, oh, wrong color. So since this is a multiplication, we can, what is it? We can cancel the 28s out. So we can cancel this 28 and this 28, and we're left with a over 3 equals 8. So to isolate a, we need to times 3 to both sides. So we do a over 3 equals 8 times 3 to both sides, a equals 24. So that is the solution to our problem, a equals 24. Okay, let's try one more of these. This one will be easier. So let's say we have 4 over a times 1 over 2 divided by, let's say 5 over 8. Okay, equals 7. Now let's multiply 4 over a times half. So that will be 4 over 2a. We can simplify this fraction by dividing the numerator and the denominator by 2. So it will be 2 over a. So 2 over a is this here. So the equation is 2 over a divided by 5 over 8 equals 7. We times 2 over a by the reciprocal of 5 over 8, which is 8 over 5. We multiply horizontally, 16 over 5a equals 7. Okay, and now what we have to do is we need to divide, okay, so to isolate a, we do 16 over 7 is 5a. So how I got that was I times 5a to both sides, which gave us 16 equals 7 times 5a, and then I divided 7 both sides, and you get 16 over 7 is 5a. You divide both sides by 5, so you end up with 35 on the denominator and 16 in the numerator. Check if you can simplify. In this case, you can't simplify, so that will be the solution to our question. Okay, last problem. We will deal with a quadratic equation, which is basically an equation with a power of 2. So let's say we have a over 2 divided by 4 over 3a equals 7. Now we need to solve for a. First, we times a over 2 by the reciprocal of 4 over 3a, which is 3a over 4, times horizontally 3a squared over 8 equals 7, times 8 to both sides, 3a squared equals 56. A squared is 56 over 3, and a is plus minus square root of 56 over 3. Now we should simplify this, but I won't do that here. Okay, you guys can do that. Simplify the a and comment the answer down below.